probably wondering why I'm not filming in my normal setup. Well, that is because, sadly, my house burnt down. And you're probably wondering why I'm wearing these glasses. Well, my son burnt down my house because he was smoking near the oven. And I am very upset about that. Why? Because he burnt most of my collection. But I have these glasses to remember him by. Did not find the body, all I found was the glasses, and most of my collection was destroyed. But I do have my bag of remaining figures, and I'm searching through the rubble to find what I can. So today, we will be looking at one of my most anticipated figures that was actually number 1 on my most anticipated figures in summer. That's very redundant. So today, we will be looking at Slitherfang. So, looking at Slitherfang's ramp mode, you could see it's very different from sound barriers. This one being in a nice, clear, purple plastic, and it looks rather nice. Something I'd like to mention is that because of the transformation of this figure, you have a lot of just extra plastic, which, you know, having it attached to something does make it feel awkward, but that doesn't really matter. You can flip out this part to make it into a shield, like sound barrier, and put it on any of your other figures. And since it's a Quintesson figure, let's put it on the Alicon. And yeah, it looks fine, I guess. And as you can see, this does have 2 Siege Blast effects, which this does come with a new piece, being this. So looking at this piece, it does look very nice. I actually prefer this over sound barriers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like a mini explosion, which looks cool. And it can plug into both of the Siege ports. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And as you all know, with these modulator figures, it can connect to other pieces of road, like with Ironworks and Earthrise Optimus Prime. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the ramp mode. It's pretty good. And like I mentioned, it could be a shield, but let's go into the transformation. Hey, you. Yes, you. I made a Discord server. Here's the code. You guys should join, because I do stuff on there. Maybe I'll do polls and some sneak peeks. So if you guys like it, you should come. And here we have Slitherfang in his really nice snake mode. And something I'd like to mention, this figure is a reference to the headmaster thing. It's based off a guy named Toxin. He had a headmaster that turned into a snake, and it was never made, but the design was used for this little guy. So I actually really like this transformation. I feel like the mechanical detail with the treads make that little hindrance in the transformation worth it. And something I do not like, however, is that, as you can see, the eyes are right there, so they should have just finished the paint off right there, but they had to paint the red right there. I feel like that just makes his eyes look unnecessarily big, like an anime or something. I don't know. I feel like if he had his small little red eyes, I feel like that would be just fine. But I feel like this isn't a big enough issue for me to want to paint it for any reason. He is almost exactly the same size as Sound Barrier, and you have a 5mm port under his face. That's about it. He does actually have some pretty neat posability. He has a hinge joint right here, but that was due to the shield mode. Hinge right here, a swivel here, and a hinge right here. And he can look up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the snake mode. And you could of course make him go like this, full flat snake. And yeah, I do like this figure for a lot of reasons, but let's go into the size comparisons. For size comparisons, here is Slitherfang with Iron Tread, Sound Barrier, Blitzwing, Sideswipe, Grapple, Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime, and Sound Barrier, because, you know, they're both ramps. And let's bring in his Quintesson buddy, the Alicon. So, what are my overall thoughts on this figure? I think he's pretty much worth it. You know, he's a $5 figure. What do you expect from that? I'm not expecting a $50 Optimus Prime or a $20 Sideswipe. I think this figure is perfectly fine for the price that he is. I know a lot of people are not a fan of the modulator gimmick where you get a piece of road. I personally think it's really dumb, but I enjoy dumb fun. This figure is very simple to pick up and to transform. You could just find him at your local Target. That's what I did. That was the biggest reason I put him at number 1. I wanted a figure that was accessible easily. And, you know, a lot of figures aren't. And just because he's a quintesson and all of them have, like, bailiff, scientist, executioner, I've dubbed this guy the lawyer, since all lawyers are snakes. And that'll have to do it for this review. Hope you all enjoyed and are okay with this new setting. So if you hear background noises, not my fault. That's all the birds. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.